5 rejected segments of the last 30 days. Go!
Rejected segments.
Number 5.
So this was suggested, a Bobby Bones Show pet that lives in the green room that we have here.
Oh.
What kind?
Well,
That's fun.
The question was from Mike, can we get a pet for the green room? A gerbil, a snake, a fish, a guinea pig, a turtle. We're all assigned days. We need to feed and clean the area. We can even get a client to sponsor the cage or the tank.
Cute.
It's going to die. It's going to die.
No.
This is the reason why I would say no to this, because it does, on the surface, sound fun. But what about when we're gone for 2 weeks? For Christmas?
Somebody has to take it home.
Yeah.
Somebody has to clean. There's going to be a fight.
Yeah, never mind.
A snake would be awesome.
No.
Fish. It'd be cool. And then
It would die. The fish would die.
artists come in and they get to see the fish, and it makes them happy.
Fish would die. I'm just going no on that. A guinea pig thing would die in a week. Because that's like you have to really take care of that one.
That'd really stink.
We had a lizard, a gecko. Those live for a long time.
If you don't feed them?
No, I mean, really, like you can not feed them for like 3 days. They're cool.
But guys, it would die. We would kill it. Don't mind it. We would kill it. Rejected segment number 5. Let's go to number 4.
Number 4.
It's Amy season. You know what I mean?
What?
You know.
What? Is this something I suggested?
Hmm?
Oh.
But I don't think you suggested it in the way that I read it.
Okay.
And it's a joke, and it's totally a joke when I said like Amy's in heat. It's
Yeah,
totally
I
a
know.
joke. Yeah, it's totally a joke.
But
I know, because I'm not.
But go ahead.
Absolutely
Obviously.
not. Absolutely not. But you're just single again. So it's like,
I feel like I'm behaving in a...
but a little bit more than ever before. You've been a little bit like, oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, y'all know.
Amy wanted to play Guess That Country Star Shoe Size.
Yeah.
oh my, Amy,
Whoa, Amy. No.
You tell me that's not what that is.
That's not what that
That is
is.
a horn dog if I've ever seen a horn dog.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy. No.
Do you really have the game though?
No, she has the game.
I do.
And she's like, Aldine 11. And then she's like, Blake Shelton 14. And she puts biggest with exclamation
Oh
point.
my
Whoa.
goodness.
Like she's
Amy, cool down.
Guess the biggest.
I know. Yeah.
But this originated from something I did at the Opry, and I kept having to hear Carrie Underwood's shoe size over and over.
Oh,
and
8, by the way.
8, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right
Well,
by
'cause
that
they have
dressing room?
They have her
The
shoes and stuff from her performances. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So anyway, I was like, oh, well, she's an 8, so I wonder what other people are. So I researched,
She went
and then I
Blake
thought
biggest.
I could play a
Luke
game.
Bryan, large 12.
Oh my goodness.
I also have most surprising.
How many women do you have on the
See?
list?
We love you being who you are, by the way, just for the record. But sometimes we need to remind you who you are.
Okay.
All right, that was that.
All
one.
right,
That-
so we're not going to play it.
that was
Got it.
Number 4. Yeah, go ahead. Next one up.
Number 3.
Number 3. Raymundo says there's a conspiracy floating around. He's had some listeners ask him that needs to be cleared up, and this is a serious one. But I think it's Raymundo. I'm not sure if it's clickbait
It usually is.
or if listeners really want to know this, but I think it needs to be addressed. Are you familiar with this? You sent it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just speculation about Lunchbox and riding his bike.
Okay.
That there's just more to that. Like, why would a guy on the radio not have a vehicle to drive himself to work? So there's a reason that he's riding his bike. It's not because he doesn't have a car.
So listeners think.
They think that he got a Dewey.
Oh, then he got a DUI, so now he's just riding his bike.
No.
That's the farthest thing from the
No,
truth.
because if he got one, well, we'd get fired, right?
The news would pick that up if I got one.
I thought that was the rule
Yeah,
a long
Bobby
time
told
ago.
us a long time ago at
Yeah, like
dinner.
if you ever get
We were having one beer, and
Yeah.
he was like,
And
you
you
know,
said-
if you get a DWI tonight, you're fired. We're
You're
like,
out.
okay.
Man, I
that's
was
fine.
mid-sip too, Bones. And I'm like, oh, okay, no, not drinking that.
I don't know what the company policy is, but around here, no go.
Yeah, Ray, that would have been all over the news. Tell listeners, don't
It
worry
wouldn't
about
have been
it.
all over the
over the
news. It
news.
literally wouldn't have been all over the news.
Guarantee it. Trust me, if I got in trouble, it'd be on the news.
I knew it wasn't true, and I didn't know if this was a real thing Ray was dealing with or if it was clickbait Ray. But I wanted to give him a minute to talk about it. So this is not true. But why are you still riding your bike to work?
Oh, man, it's just good for you.
You have a no. I won't accept that because I won't even say frugal. Like you purposefully are extremely cheap in certain things.
100%.
Why don't you buy a car?
It's expensive, man.
Yeah,
It
cars
is.
are.
It
It's one
is.
of the most expensive things that
Yeah, I'm really zeroing in on like an electric bike.
I have one.
Pass it.
I have a really good one that you can buy from me.
Oh,
I have a great electric bike, like top of the line.
Give him a good deal.
Heck yeah.
okay. How much we talking?
We can talk after the show.
Can you write it down on a piece of paper and show it?
No, not right now because I
Okay.
can see it.
Yeah, because I'm kind of zeroing in on an electric bike.
Why
I
not
think-
get a car though?
electric bike is so much cheaper, more reliable. I don't know about more reliable. I take that back. But
What about one of those scooters that you can rent?
no,
like
a
downtown?
scooter I don't feel as safe on, like
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Electric bike, you just get going to, you can hit the button, man, it takes the whole way.
That's pretty
it's
cool.
awesome. All right, next one, number 2.
Number 2.
Raimundo wants to put this app idea out into the universe so someone will create it. He's not even saying he wants to create it. He just wants it created. What is that?
Yeah, so when you go to concert venues, you never know what the temperature is going to be. And sometimes you have a place like Bridgestone. It's a hockey place. So it could be 60 degrees in there when you go to a concert. What about something I just recently went to one in Kentucky, in Lexington. I had no idea the Jelly Roll was going to use pyrotechnics. It was going to be 85 degrees in there. I would have wore shorts. So if this app could just show venue temperatures, it would really help out people coming. There's 50,000 people coming. Sounds like a beneficial app. Please just do that for me, smart people out there.
I don't think that's a bad idea, but it would need
not.
to be a part of another app because I don't think that alone would make people download it.
Well, not just venues. You could do the mall. You can do movie theaters, and it tells you how cold it is, if you need to take a jacket or not. This is brilliant. Brilliant.
It just needs to be a part of something else that's more brilliant.
It's not even bad. Like you go to the doctor's office, sometimes it's freezing.
So now all
Oh,
these
my
places have to
goodness.
report their
you
current
go into your bathroom. You wonder how cold it is before you
temperature.
walk in there.
right.
This office.
Or it's sort of like a ways of this. It's like when you go somewhere, you type in what the temperature is so people know, oh, okay, I'm headed there tomorrow. I know what the temperature is.
But how do you know what the temperature is?
There's got to be a thermometer on your phone, right?
I don't know.
But that's usually outside. It doesn't matter. Ray, I think there's something there, but that's like it needs more to it.
All right.
All right. And finally, go ahead.
Number 1.
Rejected segments. Eddie swears that God opened his car door.
No. My son swears that God opened his car door. He calls me from tutoring. He goes to the public library to do tutoring, and he calls me and says, Dad, I locked my keys in my car. I'm like, oh, great. So I get in my car. I start driving to the library. It's probably about 20 minutes away, and he calls me about halfway. He goes, Dad, forget it. I don't need you anymore. I close my eyes. I said a prayer, and then I tried the lock again, and it opened. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
He said he asked the man upstairs to please, Lord, open this car door. And he tried it, and it opened. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, that could happen.
Hey, my kids have done that with rain. Like it's raining outside, and they'll say, God, can you please make it stop raining? 30 minutes later, it stops raining. I'm just saying.
How do you explain that? I don't know.
I don't either.
Or is it that like somehow he was confused and it really was unlocked and he's like, what could I tell Dad so he doesn't think I'm stupid?
Now we're talking.
But that's not what he told me, though.
Yeah.
He
Well,
told me
that's
that
the
the
point.
man upstairs opened it up.
Or what if like he was off doing something else he shouldn't be and he needed an excuse for being late?
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's at tutoring at the library and he's in a parking lot.
He's at the soup kitchen.
Okay.
And all of a sudden his car.
Yeah, Bobby nailed it.
And then
You're
he puts,
telling me he was lying?
and then he puts God in it because
Yeah.
listen, God can do a lot of things. Never unlock my car door. I tried.
And he knows I'd believe that.
And you were on your way and he was like, oh, I got to stop him from coming.
Okay, rejected
Dang.
segments. Thank you.
That was Rejected Segments.